This program is brought to you by the sanitation districts of Los Angeles County, protecting public health and the environment by providing innovative and cost-effective wastewater and solid waste management, and in doing so, convert waste into resources such as recycled water, energy, and recycled materials.
Hey everybody, I'm Joel Greene and welcome to Curiosity Quest Goes Green, the show that explores what you, the viewer, are curious about. Now today, our quest letter came to us from Pomona, California. Monica wrote, "Dear Joel, I've seen your show a lot and I'm curious if you can help out my school or teach us how to recycle, reduce, and reuse so that we're not throwing a bunch of trash in the landfill and making it bigger." Well, Monica, you're not alone. There are so many students out there that want to know what they can do to make a difference, not only in their school, but help save the planet. So because of you, we're doing a CQ Nation first. Today marks the beginning of the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge. By the end of this show, you're going to learn a bunch of new tips on how to help out your school and keep a ton of trash out of the landfill. So let's begin today's Curiosity Quest Goes Green. All right, I'm here with my longtime friend, Lisa Coppedge. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Joel.
All right, so Lisa Coppedge is with Grades of Green, which we actually did a show with you guys years ago.
2009.
2009, and here we are again, and we're here for something so cool. What is the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
Well, first of all, Grades of Green's mission is to inspire and empower kids in the greater school community to care for the environment. And so this challenge captures the mission.
Lisa, you said that you guys are working on helping schools divert 70 to 80% of what students throw away in their trash can at lunch at their school?
That is correct, Joel. And just by simple things by stacking the trays, by composting and recycling, we can divert all that waste away, and it's easy.
Lisa, on the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge, who's involved?
The whole school community. So you have parents, students, you have your teachers, you have your administration, you have your PTA, and you have your custodial staff.
How does the school accomplish the goals of the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
Well, there's three components of the challenge that we're looking for. One is the waste reduction that we talked about. Two is the education of the students. And three is the sustainability of the program. So we're looking for those three components for all schools to be successful.
What do we hope to accomplish today?
Today is a training session, and so we're going to be teaching the school's best practices on how they can implement this program at their school. So they'll learn about composting. We'll have a composting expert. They're going to go to landfill. They're going to a materials recovery facility, and then we're going to talk about best practices for trash-free lunch.
So they're in for quite an education today.
This is, yeah, it's action-packed.
We are here at a MRF in Los Angeles County, and I'm here with Sam. Sam, first of all, tell us, where exactly are we?
We are in the City of Industry, and it's the Puente Hills Materials Recovery Facility, or Puente Hills MRF.
Sam, why are we here as a part of the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
Well, it's important for the students to see where their trash and recyclables go and what happens to the recyclables once it gets processed and once it goes after they put it in the bin and after they do their part. And then they're seeing our part.
So what are some of the things they're looking at here today?
How we separate the trash and how we separate the recyclables from the trash, and then how the recyclables get sorted out into different materials, into different bins, and then how we make it so that they're marketable for the folks that come in and buy the stuff from us.
So the majority of what we're going to encourage these students to divert is actually going to end up here.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for your time,
Hey,
Sam. Appreciate it. We just had the bus come back from the MRF and the landfill tour, and I'm going to do some interviews to find out what they learned. Lily, what did you learn at the MRF and the landfill?
That they cover it with like a layer of dirt on the landfill over the trash.
What does your school hope to accomplish, to achieve with the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
Well, we really want to get our kids reducing their waste at lunch. So we want to have sorting bins, and we want to have them compost, recycle, and put trash where it needs to go.
Natalie.
Yes.
Same question. What do you hope to achieve by the Trash Free Lunch Challenge?
You know, we have worked really hard at Oakmont. We're an outdoor school, so our focus is getting kids to learn about the environment, learn about where they live. So we really want to make sure that they understand that everything that they do has an impact on their environment and where they live.
Now, at your school, do you already have some programs in place?
We do have a little bit.
Okay.
We've got a bottle and can recycling program that our student council runs, but our custodial team will tell you that breakfast, lunch, snack, those are the times when we have the most trash.
Jason, what did you learn over at the landfill?
I learned that there was a lot of trash.
That's good. What about at the MRF?
The MRF was stinky.
Sadie, and what do you hope to get out of this whole challenge?
To encourage kids to recycle and throw trash away.
If you have too much trash and you put it in a landfill, it can spread onto our land and go into the ocean, and that can kill animals and it can also harm us. So recycle.
So we're inside. We're gonna go to school just for one moment. And I'm here with Nicole. Nicole, tell us, what are we gonna be learning in here?
All right, Joel, well, this is the Trash Free Lunch Challenge.
What is a trash-free lunch? I know people are like, what does that mean? What?
Good question. Another way of looking at it is a waste-free lunch. So anything that's going to be wasted, anything that's going to have to go into a trash bin, that's not part of this lunch. What it does look like is a reusable lunch container. Within that lunch container, you would have a reusable, perhaps a sandwich container, something to hold your food if the food is not whole itself, a reusable drink container, and everything can either be reused or ingested for sure, or composted. There's going to be no trash that goes into the landfill.
I know for a lot of students and people watching this are thinking zero waste. How is that even possible?
Baby steps. We're here today. This is a training session, so we're going to give them tools, tricks of the trade that will help make them successful, and they look at the whole component about what they can do, and then they start by doing one step at a time. I mean, everybody here is inspired. Everybody here says, I want to do this challenge. I want to participate in the Trash Free Lunch Challenge. And so now, with one step at a time, based on the information we give them today, they're going to achieve success, great success, I'm sure.
Again, if this is a little overwhelming to many of you out there, like, how am I going to get my custodian? How am I going to get my teacher, my principal, my parents? Ah! Baby steps.
Baby steps.
I've been inspired by this trash-free challenge to pick up trash on the sidewalk, even if it's not mine.
We have assemblies and noontime news to inform and educate students and staff about being trash-free.
Lisa, this is pretty cool because we're actually getting to visit schools today who are participating in the Trash Free Lunch Challenge. I think for people out there that are watching this, especially some teachers and parents, they want to know, what is the process? I mean, take me from the very beginning to where we're going to end up.
So first of all, a school signs up on our website, gradesgreen.com, and they register for the Trash Free Lunch Challenge. We took 24 schools this year. We then invite them all to a training session. The next step is we come out and we do an eco-consultation at the school. We go out and we audit the school and we get baseline metrics. We capture the before so that when the school actually implements this, the after, they get to record that, and then that's how they show their difference. Now we find that by recording the difference really inspires the kids and the school community, because they can see that everyone making a small change, a little difference by taking the time to sort or pack a trash-free lunch can make huge results.
We get the privilege of actually joining you guys for, I think we're going to visit 3 schools today?
That's right. We're going to see the before of 3 middle schools of the 24 schools that are participating in the challenge.
And we want to make sure that everybody knows, obviously we're out of school, so there's a lot of noise around us, but we want to make sure that we make it clear that it's not just for middle schools.
Right. It's for any school, elementary, middle, high school.
All right. It just so happens that today we're visiting 3 of the middle schools.
Right.
We're out at the schools now. We're here in Lawndale at Jane Addams Middle School, and I'm with Daniel. Daniel, all right, here we go, man. It is on. Tell us, why are you involved in the Trash Free Lunch Challenge?
Well, our school, we always throw our trash just in the black bins, and we're trying to change and make it cleaner, the campus and the environment.
Tell us a little bit about where you are, like some of the things that you're doing right now, and what you hope to accomplish out of this challenge.
Well, right now, we're inside the classrooms. Kids, they just recycle papers and scratch paper and all that. So we're trying to make it bigger and do our lunch.
We are inside the cafeteria at Jane Addams Middle School, and I'm here with Sadie. So Sadie, paint me a picture. What does your lunchtime typically look like?
Well, there's a lot of kids screaming, cutting the line, and a lot of trash everywhere.
With the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge, how do you see this evolving? How do you see it changing the lunchtime from now till when you're all through with this?
People throwing their trash away and picking up after themselves and having a clean cafeteria and campus.
Do you think the trash that's here inside the cafeteria ends up going outside the cafeteria and on the campus?
It does. I see it a lot.
At lunch, in the cafeteria that we're standing in right now, there's no recycling program going on at lunchtime?
No.
Okay, so that means that everything that students are either bringing from home or that they're collecting here from the cafeteria is going where?
In the trash.
Or blowing outside the doors and on the ground, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm here with a student, Jessica. Jessica, tell me, what is the dump and run? That's what you called it?
Yeah, it's the most commonly used action from middle school kids, where they just go, see ya, and go out and talk to their friends on the grass.
There's a lot of items on here that could be source separated.
Yeah, they're like recycling, compost. I could eat this still. That'd probably be trash. Recycling. The bin could be recycling.
Well, and you know, you're right, Jess, because when you just look around, I see the dump and run from many people. In a perfect world, what would be your hope out of this Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
That everybody actually thinks, I can sort this, I can do something with this other than, oh, bin, drop, gone.
Well, you heard it, the dump and run. Let's run. I am here with the recycling guru at Magruder Middle School, Maribeth. This is pretty awesome what you guys are about to embark on, isn't it?
Yes, we're very excited to start this challenge.
What is the thing that you're looking forward to the most as a recycling guru here?
I'm looking forward to kids learning that the environment they're in control of their own environment, and they can reduce and they can sustain by keeping less trash.
So going through the eco audit as you did with Grades of Green, you were probably like, yeah, finally, right? Am I wrong?
We are so excited.
And then in terms of separating, what are some of the items that you hope to separate out?
We definitely want to separate the trays that they eat their lunches on, the plastic containers that they get their fruit in. Definitely, we already do water bottles, so I'm thinking like milk cartons. I want them to realize that so much is recyclable.
Well, you have a challenge ahead of you, but I wish you luck. What would it mean to you if you guys won the challenge?
It would mean that kids care on this campus and that they see that they can make a difference.
We've made our way up to Burbank, and I'm here at Jordan Middle School with Cassidy. So, first of all, what are you holding?
A bunch of trash.
What do you guys typically do at lunchtime to throw all this or dispose of all this?
We have a trash can and we have a recycling bin here for all this trash.
Okay, and this is obviously before the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge.
Yes.
And then at this point, everything else that's not recyclable ends up going in the trash can.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to, with the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge?
Hopefully we can reduce the amount of trash bags we use here.
Okay, do you have an idea of how many trash bags you use?
We have 30. We use 30. So hopefully we can reduce that and hopefully bring it down by a lot.
All right, so I'm here with the assistant principal, one of the assistant principals here at Jordan Middle School. Now, tell us, what do you have already in action here at the school?
I'm in charge of Care Club, and we spell it with a K, and it's Kids Against a Rotten Environment. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, I love it. So with that club, what we actually do is after lunch, we pick up trash. And something we implemented this year is that instead of just having the kids pick up the trash, they actually go through the trash cans as well and separate the recyclables into the boxes that we have.
I'm almost speechless, and I'll tell you why. Because I just did a big, huge presentation, keynote talk in front of a bunch of adults. And I'm not kidding, after this talk, I had several adults raise their hand, walk up to the microphone and say, hey, Joel, it works really well with kids that care at elementary school, but when you get to junior high and high school, students just don't care. Can you correct that for me?
Yeah. Look, the kids here, as long as you motivate them, you give them goals, but the key, and what I've seen, is when we model it. when the adults model it. So when I do Care Club with my kids, I'm there, I have a trash picker, I have a bucket, and I'm picking up trash side by side with my students.
Yeah.
They see I'm not scared to get down and dirty, and I really, really care about the school, and it's not something I'm just saying. That's when they see the change, and then they start picking up, and they realize, you know, in my program, they get some time away from class, which is reading time, but really most of the kids that end up coming at the end of the program, they just really care about the environment.
The 4 R's are reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot.
All right, so we are out here on Judging Day. That's right, we're at our first school on Judging Day, and everyone's getting ready. You see behind me, the scene is being set. We have the judges right here. We're being called environmental experts. I love it. Anyhow, and we have Grades of Green right here, kind of setting the stage of what's gonna be happening today. So this is pretty exciting. I'm actually gonna be a judge in this whole process, and I'm a little nervous and very excited because what these students have done, I've already seen on paper. So I've got my clipboard right here, and I've seen what they've accomplished, and wow, this is unbelievable. I can't wait for everybody to learn about what they've done on this day. So this is amazing. What is the thing you're most proud of?
Amazing to see the happy smiles on kids' faces when they say, I know how to do this, I know how to sort, I know how to put my trash away in the proper places, and I know how to pack trash free. That's what I think is really proud of, what I'm really proud of, to see the school so happy to be doing this. All right, now we're gonna go to Sophia, who's going to explain the bottles and cans bin.
Well, this is the bottles and cans bin, and we encourage Paris students to bring their own water bottles, but if they don't, the plastic ones will go in here.
And this is Kayla, who's going to explain the gray bins.
These are our dreaded gray cans. Anything that can't be sorted in any of those bins go in here. All of it goes to the landfill.
So I'm gonna show you here is our water bucket. So students who don't drink all their water will pour their water into here. And if the water isn't contaminated with milk, we will use that water to plant our flowers and our vegetables in the garden out back.
So this is our informational board. Students come to it to be reminded about all of the, like the sorting station and the things that we worked so hard on. So the 8th graders, when they come out, they instantly see this and get reminded of what trash they're gonna have to put in which bin. And we wanna make sure that people don't just throw their lunch into the dreaded gray bin, and they like put it and actually sort the thing instead. We have the student council, and they also make signs to support this, and they really are getting into this program, and it's a really great thing.
All right, time out. Before you get too judgmental, remember, each school has a different starting point. Therefore, their solutions are gonna look totally different from school to school to school. Remember, the whole goal of this was to reduce the amount of bags we're throwing away in the trash can. So, this is only the beginning. Some of these schools will continue to go on, learning. The staff and students continue to be educated and to reduce the amount of trash we're throwing away at lunch. So keep that in mind as you watch these solutions. Biggest challenge that you had pulling all of this together, what would you say that is?
Personally, I think it's getting kids not to litter. They are just lazy and they leave it on the table, but then when we inspire them, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go throw it out, maybe.
When you say you inspire them, what makes that change for them not to litter?
I think it's really kids telling kids and making them know, like, this is our Earth, there's no planet B. That's my favorite saying again. And
Okay, wait, you heard it first right here on Curiosity Quest. What is that saying? There it is.
There is no planet B.
Instead of plan B, there's no planet B.
Yeah.
Wow, we can hashtag that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest difference that you've noticed here at the school?
I mean, we have a little over 1,100 students, but with our small club of like 30 students, we're getting the rest of the school to think about it. You know, just by having the stations and having, for example, the TAs walk over here and they're seeing these bottles, they're seeing the trash cans, and, you know, having these students go into the PE classrooms and talk to them about it, I just want them to think about recycling and stop. And so now we've kind of forced them, you know, when we have the different categories, they're starting to get used to it, so I want to build it as a culture. So that's the biggest thing, it's that 7th or 8th grader that I'm not, I'm too cool, but they stop and think about it, and like when they go home and say, oh, this is just how we do it at Jordan. We have several categories, not just the blue bin. So that's school-wide what's been really.
So this is our second sorting station, and again we have the compost, the liquids, bottles and cans, and then trays. And one of our big things at the sorting stations is that whenever you sort correctly and you put everything in the right place, then our sorting station managers who stay here and help you sort, they'll give you a green buck. And what you do is you take the green buck and you put your name on it, and every so often we'll have a green buck drawing, and if your name is chosen, you get a prize. We've cut our trash in half and we've doubled our recycling. We used to recycle every 2 weeks and we'd get about $25, good for the school. But now, since Grades of Green has happened, we've been recycling every week and we get $50 a week, which is very helpful to the school and good for the recycling.
A lot of people, when I first started Care Club and Grades of Green, they thought it was stupid, but now that like they see me and they get used to it, now they'll just come and do it. So like they've picked up on my act, which I actually like, and they'll help out now, so I think that's pretty good. So all these, there's 13, I believe, trash bins. They used to be for our trash, but now we use them for bottles and recycling, as you can see.
I sort of signed us up and then handed it off, and these guys have just run with it, and I have other principals saying they want to come down and watch what we're doing and kind of try to model that program at their school. So these guys have really built something that has made a difference, and I feel like we've made such a difference in our community and with our kids. It's something they really care about, so I'm just so proud of all of these guys. So good job. And I wanted to thank Grades of Green because you guys have been amazing. They've really taught us how to do this, and they've been such a support. Wonderful program. I hope you guys keep it up.
What was the biggest challenge that you as a custodian faced implementing this program?
It was just to educate people and have everybody participate and just be proud, of their school and what all this means to all these kids, their future. So it's just the hard part, just to get them motivated to go on. But now it's just like a breeze. Everybody is so.
We're watching the line.
See, they're good. So they're good. They're good kids. And
how long would you say it took before the light bulb went off for everyone here?
I would say maybe about a couple months.
Okay.
A couple months, and then they just.
So it didn't happen overnight?
No, definitely not. No. I mean, we still have a little ups and downs, but overall, it's really good. I would say by maybe 90%. So.
Well, here's the sorting station. We have the landfill right here, all trash, food, the milk, and the aluminum foil. And right here we have the vegetable and fruit can where they put all the vegetables and fruits. And then we have 2 recycling bins for sporks, straws, and napkins. And they also put their pizza trays here. And then here are the trays where they stack the trays. We used to consume 40 bags of trash, and now we reduced it to only 5 bags a day.
So, you've come a long way in the last several months.
That is true. We have come a long way in the last several months. Yes, well said.
What has been the biggest change that you've seen here on campus?
As far as recycling, the trays, for sure. Those trays were stuffing our garbage cans and our dumpsters full of landfill, and it was probably 90% of our waste. And those, because we're recycling them now, we've gone from 40 bags of trash at lunch per day down to 5. Yeah, so that is our biggest achievement.
And how did that all come about? I mean, because I remember when I met you, you were like, what do I do with all these trays? I don't know what to do with all these trays.
We were fortunate that the company who provides the trays for us actually offered to recycle them as well. So it's kind of a win-win. They get their trays back. They have a sanitizing process. Some of it, I understand, is reused as trays and some as other products.
Did you know about this at all before this?
I did not. I'm kind of embarrassed about that, actually, that I didn't. I thought it would have to be a totally different service providing that recycling piece, and lo and behold, it was actually the company that produced the tray in the first place. So I was not aware.
And you're not alone. Other teachers in schools that are watching are probably thinking the same thing. Well, how could I find out? How did you find out?
An email to head of operations and maintenance, and then a phone call to the company, and an email back to me. About 10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
10 minutes to change about, you said 90% of what was going in your trash cans?
What were the trays? Yes.
What were the trays?
Yes. I think the other big piece is that it has formed a real sense of community, even more so on campus, between the 6th and 7th and 8th graders, because they all take part in working. So that's been great to see as well. Yeah.
Well, good job, good job. Thank you so much. I want to sincerely thank all of the schools that participated. I want to thank especially Grades of Green for shining a light to these schools that didn't know what was possible. Just a little bit of help, a little bit of ingenuity, and a whole lot of caring by these students can make a huge difference, not just at these campuses, but believe it or not, at the campuses you or your kids go to as well. I want to thank everyone involved in today's show, and I especially want to thank you, Monica, for sending us on today's Curiosity Quest Goes Green. Now, if there's something you want to know more about, let me hear from you. Go to curiosityquest.org, click on the Send Us on a Quest link, and simply tell me what you're curious about. And it could be you that sends us on our next green adventure. Now remember, this is our planet. It's our responsibility to take care of it. So I wonder, have you gone green? I'm Joel Greene, and I'll see you next time. Isn't it amazing what can be possible? Great job, guys. What did we learn today?
Every school, every student we met was just fantastic. It was really amazing. This is going to be a tough competition.
Absolutely. And you've judged before, right?
I have. This is my 3rd year to judge, and it's just gets better every year, and I can't wait to see what these students do. And it's like, oh my gosh, now I have to make a decision, and it's always hard.
Wow. Now, how about you? What did you see today?
Well, I saw some amazing students, and I got to tell you, we're doing this all the time with city councils and stuff, and here are the kids. I want to bring all these kids into city council with me. There's no way they would say no to this.
This program is brought to you by the sanitation districts of Los Angeles County, protecting public health and the environment by providing innovative and cost-effective wastewater and solid waste management, and in doing so, convert waste into resources such as recycled water, energy, and recycled materials.
If you'd like to order a copy of this episode or a previous episode, visit us at www.curiosityqueststore.com. The cost is $24.95.